We recording, guys. Welcome back to the Drop City Cat Podcast. I'm your host, D-Cat, with...
I'm Baby Dro.
We got a special guest today, Bugatti Music.
What up? It's your boy Boo in the building.
Hey, how you doing?
Liddy. How you doing today?
Chilling, bro. Chilling.
Hey, shout out to the Sweat Lodge Podcast Studio.
That's where we're at right now.
That's where we at right now, live with it.
You dig? So I heard a little rumor, man. I heard you can freestyle. Is that...
Yeah, man. You know, I do what I can do every now and again. I'm saying I can bless y'all real quick.
Are you
Hell
ready?
yeah?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready on point right now?
I'm gonna play the beat.
Yes, bro. I'm ready. I'm ready, bro.
Let's get it started.
All right, you gotta let it build up, though.
First freestyle on Drop City.
The first one, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta do it right.
Yes, sir.
You dig?
Got it. Oh. Oh. We're just gonna let the beat build up, though. You feel me? I want y'all to get the vibe first. I can't wait till Friday, too. The show for the pop off. And Icy Todd, he a goat.
Yeah, shout out Icy Twat.
Twat.
You dig?
Hey, we finna kick it off something like this. Okay, we in Drop City with it. This how it's gonna go down. Hey, look, blue flame, yeah, sauce, blue cane, yeah, no change, yeah, I ain't just playing, yeah, go boom, yeah, just in the room, yeah, they been sleeping on me, so it's time to put the snooze, yeah,
Bugatti.
weight band, oh, cute face, ass, white lit, probably in the bathroom, hey, backstroke, cash, make 'em splash, yo, 2 girls, tell me, do the math, hope. Make them move, yeah. Make them move, yeah. Make them pipe up, swing like a move, yeah. Make them move, yeah. Make them move, yeah. Make them pipe up, swing like a move, yeah. Lose, yeah. Hey, sliding in the room, yeah. Hey, Candy got that juice, yeah.
Juicy,
Throw it out, throw it out. Hey, throw it out, juicy. All right. Look, Juicy J's every time I smoke. Days when we stepping through the door.
Oh,
Killer flows, killer throw, yeah. Get that money, ayy. That bankroll, yeah. Southside Atlanta, that's just how we hang. Ay. Boy, you know I'm with the gang, yeah. And you know it's going down. I don't fuck with the white, cause I fuck with the brown, yeah. Ayy.
yeah, bro. That shit was hard as fuck.
Okay.
Hey, what the
I had
fuck?
candy in my mouth the whole time, so whatever. But
Nah,
you know
you
what I'm saying?
killed
If I
that.
would have boom,
Sour
you
Patch
killed
Kids
that.
made you sweet.
It's all good.
Dude, that was
Instead of
lit.
making
That was
sweet.
lit.
Yeah, straight. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary.
That's the first little touch. You feel me?
First freestyle
And,
ever.
and look, that's coming from work. So like, if I was really in my groove, that's it's all good.
I feel you.
That's how I be though.
You got a show on Friday?
I do got a show on Friday, so I got a show Friday. You know what I'm saying? Doors open at 7. It's gonna be at the Orpheum right down here in Ybor. So if you can, slide. You know what I'm saying?
Pop out, show
Pop
love.
out, you know what I'm saying? $10 tickets. Hit me up. I'm on IG with it, Snapchat with it. You know what I'm saying? Promoing now. So
Bugatti
we're
Music.
we're gonna have
Plug
a
that
good
shit.
little show. I got a couple special guest artists. I ain't gonna leak that, but they popping out too. So
Okay.
it's gonna be cool.
You making moves out here, man.
Yeah.
man. That's how I gotta be. Like it's hard being in this music thing because there's so many like competitive people and it's like you want to be the best, but at the same time you gotta like. My biggest thing I had to learn the hard way was like you got to put your egos to the side, like and really just sacrifice a lot of shit, like straight up.
Yeah,
So-
you gotta drop your ego, man.
Yeah, because it's like if you eat like you going into the studio with an artist, say like I'm going into the studio with an artist, like my ego goes out the door because I'm like he can probably do the same thing I'm doing just as good as I'm doing, so I gotta respect anybody walking through the door. You feel me? That's just like y'all with this, like. Y'all here doing this podcast, like y'all new with it or whatever, but at the same time, you can go somewhere and still thrive.
Yeah, of
Exactly.
course.
Just because you knew that don't mean that, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you were one of the first people to know about us doing this podcast, and you were so about it, like off
Right.
rip. You were like, "Let's do it. We building a team."
That's
like,
love.
yeah.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just think, like, when I seen y'all, like, and genuinely met y'all, I'm like, oh yeah, I could work with them. I'm like, yeah, that's a move. So I was like, when y'all want to do the podcast, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to do all that kind of stuff. Like, that's the thing. I do so much that I feel like I'm doing too much, but there's never doing too much. So it's like, I'm just gonna keep working and doing whatever. And like y'all was the homies, and y'all still the homies, regardless of whatever.
Of
We ain't gonna
course.
put that out, but
The long
whatever.
way.
Yeah.
The long way,
We
famo.
came up.
Yeah, definitely.
So, man, you from Atlanta?
Yeah. So, all right, here's the story. A lot of people get this messed up, man. So, look, I was born in Baltimore, right?
Oh,
We stayed there for like a couple years, and then like we moved when I was like 10, 12, and I was brought up on. Then we moved to the south side of Atlanta, and then I was pretty much just brought up there. So, like,
You in like
Baltimore-
zone 6?
yeah. My family's from Baltimore, so like, what area?
so
of
like
Baltimore?
right around the inner city. We was like right in Arundel County, like right outside. It's like 10, 15 minutes separating all that.
Is that like a rough area of Baltimore, or
I mean, it's not necessarily rough. So like growing up, I'm gonna be real. Like I'm not used to this lifestyle out here in Tampa. So like we had projects and little ghettos and all of that. But like where I was at, because my dad, he was in the military, but he was stationed like off base. So like it was kind of in the cuts. But I mean, you just gotta move. Like I don't know, you just gotta move correct. Like you can be in those situations and still be able to like maintain sanity without all the drama and stuff going around. So like that's kind of like my biggest thing too as an artist. Like I know what I came from, so it's like I'm trying to push harder to do and give back to the people like who can't see this or do this, because I made a
facts.
sacrifice joining the military, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And how was that? Like,
yeah,
being
life
in
in
the
the military? Like, what was?
and
what
that's
was that
something I
about?
can't do, and I'm not gonna
Yeah,
cap,
no,
man.
for
I
real,
respect
same
the
here.
shit out of you for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate that from both of y'all. But the military, like, it disciplined me, because like I'm not gonna sit on this podcast and cap. Like I wasn't the perfect person. Ain't nobody perfect. And coming up, I was probably like one of the badder kids in school. Like I was just I always was getting into shit, like with my homies and stuff. So like I didn't really care about school until like after the fact. I was like, I need to tighten up. And then I had some stuff going down, like jail time and all of this. So I was like, let me get out the house. And so I just went, like, just to get out of trouble and get out of like Atlanta at the time. And I was like,
That's God, bro.
yeah, it was cool. Like my first duty station was in St. Louis. Then I came out here for 3.5 years. And I just been chilling since. Like I go to school and everything, so I'm chilling.
So you're at UT, right? University of Tampa?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the U of the T.
Spartans.
Spartans, go Spartans.
You know what I'm saying? Go Spartans. Nothing else. No Bulls. No nothing.
So how different is like Tampa, like the vibe in Tampa compared to like Baltimore, Atlanta, St. Louis?
So like the vibes in Tampa, what's crazy? Coming out here, I didn't think I was gonna really mess with it like that. And then I got out here, in the first couple years, everybody get homesick from not being home and stuff. So like I was starting to get homesick, so I would go back home for like Christmas or Thanksgiving, something like that. Just little stuff, but like it grew on me. Like at first I was like, man, I'm over this. Like rain, like tornadoes, hurricanes. Well, not tornadoes, hurricanes, all that flooding. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go back to the city. But then I was like, nah, because that's like, it's just toxic, Like,
Yeah.
and if you're trying to better yourself, it's like you can show. And this is my biggest thing with these new and upcoming artists, bro. No pun intended, but it's like you from the hood and you going back to the hood doing the same stuff you was doing in the hood. Like you supposed to better yourself and get up out of the hood. So it's like, why would you go back? You can show your homies and your whatever, your dogs love, but you ain't got to go back and be on the same stuff y'all was on, because you got to progress. Like this is crazy, bro.
Shout out to Andre 3000, man. It's a trap.
Facts. Andre a goat, and he a goat in the city. A lot of people don't talk about him and keep him relevant now. And it's like, I'm like, y'all don't even know like where this started. Like
For real.
you know what I'm
Aquemini,
saying?
man.
I'm pushing 30. Like I'm getting up there, so I'm like, bro, they not paying homage to like people who really built the foundations of the city. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So
Well, with Atlanta, why do you think Atlanta's so successful in music, like at the moment and for the last like decade?
my boy
What's the
Cap-
difference?
Look, this is what I'm gonna tell you. And this, you know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, it's a culture. Like music is a culture. It's like a thing. Like everybody say we the Black Hollywood, right? So everybody come there. They come there, get houses. Well, then they just start networking. Like the network out there is crazy. Like when I was in school and stuff back then, I couldn't really network how I wanted to, because like I had a lot of stuff going on. So like the artists in Atlanta, they really thrive working together, because it's like, I'm a prime example, young bands, right? Ain't nobody know who Young Bands was, but look, this is what they do. They take these young artists that are like got a little buzz in the city. They take them in, they groom them up. This how you hit this flow. This how you do this cadence. And then it's like, oh, they're gonna drop something from them saying like, oh, I got a new artist, and then they introducing bands like that. So Thug introducing whoever bands.
That
Key.
cosign right there.
Yeah, that's the cosign. So you in the door like that, and that's, I feel like in Atlanta, that's a culture. Like it's all egos out the door. Like despite different zones and stuff, people not seeing eye to eye, they get past that. It's like a money hungry city because like every artist in Atlanta, they money hungry. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them be from the hood, so it's like that's just really how they really do it. And it's like looking at the industry now, they're like the blueprint of what everybody else want to do.
That's facts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like that's no shade to nobody else, but I feel like just the city alone, they just do it so good together.
Even the sound, like people are copying Atlanta's sound from Young Thug to you can be from New York and you'd have that sound. Like Atlanta's running it, you know.
I mean, it's definitely one of the like they can do some things better, but as far as the music aspect, bro, they on top of their game.
Them in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago too.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? And this ain't going out on no left limb, no right limb, but Florida is coming up secretly.
No,
facts. It's not secret. It's not a secret.
It's not coming up. Florida is up.
Like people are sleeping on the talent in like Tampa. Like I'm just now starting to see it. Like, okay, people doing this like Brick, shout out to Brick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, famous
Tom
Kid
G,
Brick.
Shout out to
Tom
G. You know
G.
what I'm saying? There's a dude from Lakeland, like Legit
Legit
Live.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, we know all of them.
Be snapping. And it's like, dang, I'm like, what, bro? Like, they coming up, like, secretly. And Duval, the whole way he did it, that shit was crazy. Like, I'm like, that's what's up, though.
And they all work together, too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and see, I feel like now they're getting it.
They're formulating that.
Yeah, they're seeing it like, oh, Atlanta do it. Like, well, not saying, like, Atlanta do this, but, like, this is how they do it in Atlanta. And they bringing that down here, and now they doing it.
Instead of butting heads like everybody's used to. Like
Tampa's up next.
Got to drop the ego. Exactly what you said, man.
I feel like Tampa, they really got some talented artists. You know what I'm saying? I see stuff as a producer, as a photographer, whatever, videographer, like whatever. I just see it. I'm like, Tampa got some talent, bro. They just like, it's just really about working together.
Yeah, let's back it up a sec. So you produce music. You produce your own music. You write your own music. You record yourself.
Yeah.
And you do your videos.
Yeah. Well, I don't do my videos.
Versatile.
You know
You're a hard worker, man.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And and this is the thing I be telling people, like, none of this happened overnight. Like, I work for this. You know what I'm saying? So I go to school for it, right? But I want to learn how to perfect and do these crafts better. So I want to gain the knowledge for it.
Yeah. Expand and make a new medium, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I can do it myself, why go pay somebody to do it?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But the videos I be working... Right, the videos I be working with people, I'm gonna be real.
Your videos are hard.
I can do something, and that's the thing about me. Like, I just try to be. I mean, in music, you gotta set yourself. You gotta be outside of the box. You can't just be like, oh, that's another rapper.
It's a mystique. You gotta have a mystique to you.
Yeah,
some
it's
uniqueness.
Like you gotta have some. Yeah, exactly. Some uniqueness. Like you just can't be out here. Oh, I rap. I can throw auto tune on it. No, no pun at auto tune because I mean I like to use it. I don't use it, but I mess with it.
I mean, you got to fuck with it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, of course. Like, I'm not throwing shade at it, but I just feel like a lot of these younger rappers, when I say younger, like 18 and just coming up, they use auto-tune.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
I'm not taking away from the craft, but like, just whatever.
That's that on that.
Yeah.
So who are some of your musical influences? Like, who do you look up to?
You got like a variety of tastes,
You're
man.
super diverse.
I am. So, all right. And this is in no particular order. Like J. Cole is one of my favorite rappers. I'm an 80s baby. So J. Cole, like I mess with Kiss. Fabulous is one of my favorite rappers. My favorite artist is Pharrell Williams. All right. My favorite performer and like R&B artist would be Chris. But as far as like rappers, I'd say Cole, Fabulous, and then who else I can throw in there? That's a lot of people, man. But like them two. Primarily, that's kind of where I get influence from, like in different aspects. But like Fabulous, more so like how he carry himself, like how he be dripping, like not riding his coattail or nothing, but he just he can present himself. Like you know what I'm saying, I kind of get influence from that. And 2 Chainz, like a lot of people sleep on
Titty Boy.
He slept
bro,
on.
Shout out to my dog.
He's
Chainz,
hilarious,
man.
bro.
He is a GOAT, and he's doing everything right. Like. He making music, and now look, he in the industry. We're not gonna talk about that, but he getting money in another industry. So
yeah, exactly. It's that
he
man
does a lot.
He's a genius.
He does
man.
a lot.
Yeah, bro. 2 Chainz is the GOAT. Bro.
And he's smart as fuck.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff. Like I feel like as an artist, you have to.
I know. I came in on you listening to some like harmonious beat. I was like, "What the hell is this? Can you send me this?" Some shit. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Bro, it's just so much music. Like I literally sleep. I can't sleep like without listening to music before I go to bed.
That's probably a good thing though, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
keep in mind.
Just formulating. And I'm like, how I'm gonna do this in my way. Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's facts, bro. Like it's like I love it though. Like I've been doing it for a while, like I said, but now that I got the time, I'm out of the military, I can really push it.
Yeah.
So now's the time to do it. And that's why I'm like, if other brands are out here in Tampa, wherever, let's work together. Like, put your ego to the side. Like, if you know what I'm saying, you want to do something, let's genuinely just work. And that's
let's
like,
build.
And that's why I'm like, let's build. Like when y'all said it, I'm like, oh, they the homies. I'm trying to go up there. Like, what's
up? Facts,
that's
man.
really how you were.
Yeah.
How many years did you serve in the military, man?
I served 8.5.
Whew.
Wow. And like I said, I don't regret anything from the military because it taught me a lot of stuff.
Yeah, discipline, man. That's speak on that because that's really hard for some people to come by. You know, like it's something I definitely lack. Like
Same here.
I'm gonna be real. Discipline. It's like an internal battle thing. Like you know what's wrong, and then you know it's wrong. That may not make sense, but it's like you do some stuff already knowing the consequences to it. So like in the military, I couldn't do that. Like if I wanted to go like kick it with my homies or something, like I couldn't go do that. It's like, nah, you got a regimen. Like we getting up at 4:30, doing PT, going to go eat, you know what I'm saying? Getting in the dorm or whatever, reading the books or whatever, and just soaking up the knowledge of the Air Force and the military. So it's like the discipline thing, like I don't know.
So do you take that regiment into your music as well?
Yeah, like I'm just disciplined. Like I'm a regimented person. Like I'm very organized. Like a lot of people, a lot of my homies, they're like, oh yeah, he on top of it because it's like I know what I want. Like I'm not a pressy person. Like I know how I want things to be done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So if it's like, for instance, let's just use this podcast as an example. If I had somebody with me, you know what I'm saying, just doing whatever, I'd be like, I want you to do this. Coming into this, prior to this, I'm gonna tell them what they're doing as they're with me, and I'm like that kind of person. Like I want things like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom, you know
smooth
organization. Because it's like I feel like once you start, oh, let's do this, you all over the place with it.
Facts.
Do you think your work ethic comes from being in the military? Do you think that that's really what?
Ooh, look at him dropping the hard questions. Some of it, but like just like again going back to my childhood, like my brothers, my sisters, like I do a lot of this for them, and then like some of that comes from the military. So yeah, a little bit, but like now my work ethic is crazy. Like every time I get off work, I'm like in the studio. If I look, this is my formula, and don't steal it. So basically, I work, you know what I'm saying? People be shying away from, like, getting 9 to 5s nowadays. It's like, oh, everybody want to push this music thing. What's paying your bills if you're not selling?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people got to soak that up. But, like, my regimen is, like, if I'm at work. So, say, for instance, I was at work today, got off. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do this podcast. As soon as I leave here, guess what I'm going to be doing?
Studio.
Exactly. I'm going to either be making a beat, making a song, sending something out. Like, that's just how I got to orient.
That's that discipline.
Yeah,
right back to it. Like,
that's the work ethic.
And see, I feel like the military did teach me discipline in that aspect because it's like when you had to test for certain stuff, like ranking stuff, it's like, okay, you got this deadline. It got to be done by then. Like, you need to know the knowledge, and you know what I'm saying?
So it sounds like with your regiment, what's up with the women? Is there any time for women?
Yeah, man. So look, I'm going to be real. Like, a lot of people be asking me this, and it's not like a sensitive subject or nothing. Like, I've been single for like 2.5 years, but I don't want to like talk bad about nobody, but I've messed around and dated hella females. So like I'm at an age where I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying, and I'm really trying to push this. So like
you focused.
Yeah, I'm locked in. So if a female come along, then I'm gonna be like, okay, let's do it. Like
she got to be like down for it, because like a lot of females don't understand that. Like, look, baby, I'm working. Like, I need you to just chill.
Exactly.
Like, and they just don't get it.
And that's the thing. Like, so say, for instance, I got to go do something. I'm going to go do it. Like, if you want to go do it with me, come on, let's slide. Like,
but don't get in my way.
Yeah, don't get in my way. Because this is my motto. And I tell all of my friends this. Excuse my language. Business before bullshit every time.
Oh, you can cuss all on this fucking thing.
It's our podcast, man.
Business before bullshit. So, like, females, like, I mess around with chicks every now and then. But I'm just like, when I was in college, I just recently graduated in May. So, like,
congratulations, man.
I really didn't want one because they're a hella distraction. I'm just like, bro, I don't need that trying to focus and, you know what I'm saying, level up, really.
Facts, man. I wake up sometimes and I hate myself. So it's like, how can I wake up every day with a girl next to me and not hate her at some point in time? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you going to get tired. Like, bro, my longest relationship, and I should have married this chick. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that on air. But my longest relationship was like 7.5 years.
Damn.
Wow. Exactly. And that's a marriage. Some people get married for a year and be divorced that next year.
Yeah.
So it's like, it take a lot of commitment. I learned a lot of stuff through her, and I done had girlfriends after her. I'm just like, bro, you know what? Let me take a break, see what's good with myself. You know what I'm saying? See what I can do to, you know what I'm saying? Do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm at a point, I'm like, if a girlfriend come or a wife come, I'm with it, but she got to be with the same shit I'm with.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you think a relationship gets in the way of music?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? No. So, like,
kind of inspires.
I can see how it can. Like, girls, they just naturally, and women, they need a lot of attention. So it's like, if you're not giving them that when you doing your job, they're like, oh, what you doing? Nah, look, we in the studio. We can do whatever we going to do when we get back. So, I mean, a lot of people do a good job of balancing their relationships, you know what I'm saying? But you just can't let her being your girlfriend get in the interference, or your wife, of you doing what you're trying to do. Like, if you're an artist, don't let nothing get in between what you're doing. Like, you can have a wife and just tell her, like, look, I'm doing this, baby. I'll be back home later, whatever.
Just trust me, like, type shit.
It's all about trust.
That's all it's about in relationships. You got to trust each other or it's not going to work. I'm telling you right now.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
That's all facts, yo.
You got any new music coming out?
I do. So, sometime this weekend, like, all right, so here's another thing. So, like, when I was in college and stuff, I was just on SoundCloud and YouTube. Like, I throw a beat or, like, something up on SoundCloud. Like, I be putting my mixtapes primarily on SoundCloud. But now I'm to the point where I know I'm legitimate, not tooting my own horn, but I know I've been putting in the work for years.
Certified.
And I got the sound, and I'm doing it all myself. So it's like, now I'm trying to get on all platforms. Like, this show Friday, this is going to be good for me because I hadn't did a show since December with my homegirl Gabby, and she gonna be there. I just leaked that.
Man, I'll pop out with my camera and shit.
Yeah, we'll come through.
Yeah, bro.
Pop out, get some photos, bro. Like I said, I got tickets $10 right now at the door. I don't know how much they charging. So if you want them, slide or hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
You dig.
Yeah.
For real.
All right, so are you independent? Like,
look, always independent. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, not bashing labels, but like, I just feel like with independency, you got more control of everything. Like, you in charge of everything essentially. So like, with a label, you got to do certain constraints. I don't need nobody telling me what to do.
I have to make this album. I have to put out 15 tracks.
You're
like,
signed in a contract.
Yeah,
like you have to follow like certain guidelines.
Yeah, like I don't want to be on constraints of like, oh, you need this album done by this. Like, I got a manager that I work with. He out in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So he plugged out in Vegas. He was in the military as well, but he got out and he doing the music thing and he got his whole brand. Shout out to Kush Rings. I'm saying, but yeah, that's all. Like, I just feel like being independent, I can do whatever I want, and if I'm doing all of this myself, I own all of it.
Yeah, exactly.
All your masters and everything.
Your distro, all
you know
of
what I'm
it.
saying? Minus like if I sample something, of course I'm gonna have to get it clear, but I own everything you hear.
If you fuck with it the right way.
Yeah, facts. If it catch a wave, then you making some money because that's what I learned at it was this event in Tampa. Me and my homeboy AG Beach with. It's called Pass the Aux. And Grammy winning producer Illmind, he was like the biggest.
Illmind, wow.
Yeah, Illmind.
Yeah, wow.
Shout out to Illmind and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But he basically was giving us game, and like that time being there, listening to that, I just soaked all of it up. Like, people don't like when this like musicking and all of these network things. You need to be trying to go and soak up the knowledge from stuff you not doing or stuff you can just tighten up and learn on. So when I went to there, I'm like, I'm going in there open mind. I need to soak up all of this. And what I took from it was like, he's like, the biggest challenge with society nowadays is networking.
Facts, because everybody wants to look at their phones.
Yeah. Like,
people can't communicate like
people
they used
can't
to.
communicate. They not reaching out to each other. And like, so they just not doing the little stuff that should be done for like it to blossom.
Yeah.
It's just like me. Sometimes
fuck
you gotta put it to the side. It's like you gotta grow with other people. And he's like, people are what's gonna put you on top. Because relationships, you know what I'm saying,
like, that comes straight back to Atlanta, bro.
Exactly.
Like, you
Like,
think
that's
about
what
it.
I'm saying.
They set the blueprint, man. You got to work together.
That's facts. That's all it's about. Like, if you're working together and it's all for the same purpose and cause, then there shouldn't be no egos. That's why I don't understand why a lot of these people be beefing.
Dude, there's some people still have the egos out here, and it drives me crazy. I'm like, bro, you are not better than the next man. The next man's not better than you.
Yeah, it's like you
respect
you
the
gotta
craft.
be humble about your craft, okay? But like, if you step into a room with 50 artists, I'm respecting every 50 of them artists in that room because I don't know what they capable of. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I never heard them, but it's like you just never know. But like
art is art, you know. Like who's to say
what's this?
Yeah, what's good,
that?
What's bad? Like
yeah, like just accept it for the art. You not doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you really not doing the same thing at the caliber that person is doing it, then you shouldn't even speak on it.
Fuck critics, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even like that's the thing with me. That's I mean, it's hard like channeling all of that and just putting that aside, but I see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Like I'm not with none of the circus stuff. That's why you don't see me like beefing with nobody. I'm never gonna beef with nobody. It's not that serious. If you got a problem, then you can come see me, or if you see me out there. No, that's just real. Like that's just real spill. That's not me trying to sound tough or nothing. That's just real spill. Because I feel like they be beefing, and it don't even be beef. It's just like, oh, this. You know what I'm saying?
It's for clout. It's like beef for clout.
Exactly,
you know?
for clout. Like that's clout chasing is terrible. We gotta stop that. Like, I'm an 80s baby. I'm not saying nothing about y'all new babies, but this clout chasing is crazy. Like people just do the most like the whole bottle cap challenge. I'm sure y'all seen the video with the little cat and he did the whole.
Yeah, he like, kicked it and shit.
That's all. He's just chasing clout. You know what I'm saying? He might be talented, but
bitches
whatever.
dropping their fucking cash apps like in their bios and shit. I'm like,
I'm not. Look,
that's this generation though.
Clout demons, man.
Everyone's that's in it for themselves.
And see, that's the thing. Like some people, some artists, they know the circuit. So it's like people gonna beef and do all of this. Look, I'm a type. I don't care. You know what I'm saying whatever you feel that type of way, whatever. I ain't never beef with nobody, never will. I'm telling you that right now. Like I'm not worried about it. I'm trying to get money.
Yeah, bro.
Like, put my people on. That's what I'm on. So
that's discipline. Right back to that, man. Because
beefing is dangerous, man.
It's
it's not
especially
safe.
In Florida. Shit.
Dude. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Violence come behind all of that. So it's like if you want to really beef and have an issue with this person, just be prepared for the consequences of what you get into.
You might get shot.
Exactly. You don't know. You don't know anybody's mindset. You can look at somebody and be like, "Oh," but you don't know. Like it could be a murderer behind more like closed doors. So it's like I respect people for people. Like I don't got time for none of that. I'm trying to get some money.
Ain't no judgment, man.
Just focus, man.
Facts,
focus,
bro. I'm locked in now. Now that I'm done with school, I'm locked in. I'm telling you. And music just gonna keep dropping. Like I said, I'm gonna drop something. I'm trying to do better with drops. I'm gonna start dropping stuff on Spotify and all of that, all platforms. I'm using distro, so like it's easy. It's relatively easy, so I'm just gonna do it.
What is distro? Is that just like a platform for you to?
It's like they pretty much
put your music on
distro your music out. So
okay,
like,
distribution service
for free.
Distribution service, yeah.
Without signing any of your shit away.
Yeah.
Okay,
free.
dope.
But I mean, like with me, I get on DistroKid. Even if somebody were to try to steal anything of mine, it's mine because I made it.
Yeah, so
motherfucker. So like with a lot of like when I was coming up, I used to use beats and put it out, but it was only on like YouTube and SoundCloud. So people got to understand you can't use people's music or beats without their consent and try to make money off it. You can't profit off of like stuff like that.
Or you're gonna get sued like a motherfucker.
Exactly. But yeah, it's a distro service, so I'm gonna start trying to upload more and more and more. I just finished. I mean, I've been finished. I got a couple projects I'm working on. So I got an album finished with my dog Grizzle.
Okay.
I grew up with him on the south side. Shout out to Grizzle.
You got a title for it or?
No, we don't know yet. See, that's the thing. I've been talking to him. We don't know yet. And then I'm working on a solo album myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How many tracks you thinking? Like
I'm thinking about like 8 or 10.
That's like perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing,
not too real quick because I'm saying I'm still trying to build my brand and my name. So it's like, and then on top of that, like I drop beat tapes here and there, and then I got like videos or whatever. So like I'm working. It's just like I don't need to broadcast and show everybody that I'm working. Just know I'm working. You feel me? So it's like,
do you ever sell your beats?
Yeah, I've sold my beats. I'm saying I'm not gonna leak it, but I've sold my beats to a couple of people. Yeah, just put it like that. I've been selling beats here and there, but like now it's picking up. So like,
now, when you do that, do you keep a percent?
I keep every. Yeah,
like, because I know I have a homie that produced for Dizzy Wright. He produced Solo Dolo and Dreamwork makes it. No, not Teamwork makes the Dream Work. Solo Dolo and Can't Trust Him, the two biggest hits off of his like debut album. He sold them outright. Like I went to high school with this jit.
Yeah,
he's not a jit. Shout out Abram. Shout out. That's my homie, man. I'm sorry, but
Abram.
Yeah, it's Sub-Zero. Yeah, but no, he produced those and just sold them outright, man. I don't know how much he made, probably like 100 or 2.
Yeah.
And then if you go on Apple Music, those are the most played songs on the album.
Producers get screwed
and he didn't get
bro.
any credit.
But here's the thing, look, yo, as a producer, you have to be smart about how you moving. You know
he was young.
Exactly. So like you learn. That's what I'm saying. You learn from your mistakes. So like he might have sold it outright for like $300 or something.
Yeah.
Now moving forward, he knows like, okay, if he gonna sell it, I'm gonna need all the royalties coming behind this. All right. So like you just got to be smart about how you're doing it. Make sure all your paperwork, if you got paperwork, is in line or whatever. How you selling it? Just make sure it's all in line. Because like that's a situation where he could have been on top.
He could still be receiving royalties
exactly
from it, bro.
right
like,
now.
That's
until
a check
forever. You know what I'm saying?
Forever.
So you just got to be smart about it. To be real, like people can't just get caught up in the hype. Oh, this a deal like this. Make sure you're reading all of that. Like, cause I've had deals thrown at me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew me. Like I don't want nobody telling me what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can control what I do. I might not be pumping it out like a label or something, but it's gonna come out.
Do you think that your creative processes like have an off and on button, or is it like a constant type of like I'm always creating, like, or I just do it when I want type?
Never. I just do it as I want because I've been like just speaking for me. I've been doing it, so like my creative process is always so like at work I'm listening to music. I'm influenced by a lot of stuff. Y'all can tell by that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like I just like life. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm not caught up in like trying to be this or do this. I'm just doing stuff that I like naturally, and I take something from everything I encounter.
Yeah.
So even if it's like a sunset or I'm at a party or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take something from it, and then that's kind of like where I get my style from. Like it's all from experience, like real life experience, like nothing capping.
Yeah, no capping.
You know what I'm saying? No cappy.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap.
No cappy. Feel me? But yeah, bro, that's what it is.
You working out here? You grinding?
Yeah, I have to, man. Like, cause I know I've let like some of my people down, and they've been pushing me. They like, bro, you need to start dropping stuff because you really legit. And this people been telling me this for years, but it's like I had to go through a phase where I'm like, dang, is this really what I want to do? And all artists go through it. I don't care what you say. All artists go through it. Like, but then I'm like, okay, this is what I really want to do. It's like, I don't know, something just clicked in my head. I'm like, I know somebody can hear this and be like, oh yeah, this kid. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody is gonna relate to it. You know?
Exactly. Somebody gonna relate to it, and there's no judgment in music. If you don't like it,
turn it off.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
Listen to something else.
You still played it.
You know
like
you still listen to it. Like, okay, you know who I am, or at least what I sound like. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, cool. It's 100 million different genres elsewhere. So it's like
whether it's a good impression or a bad impression, bro, you left an impression
exactly.
like in their brain.
And it's not like I'm not. That's what me. That's what kind of person I am. I ain't out here trying to prove nothing or make any impressions on nobody. Like I'm just doing me.
Yeah, just staying in your lane.
And people can't mess with it. And
fuck them.
Fuck them.
I mean, it's not even fucking because I'm on. This is where I'm at.
And you super positive, dog. You on a super positive
energy
that's
wave. That's just where I'm at. It's just like I don't got time for
no negativity.
And it's like the music that I'm making now is so crazy because it's like my mind ain't focused on that. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'll get caught up thinking about like stuff like that. But I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, I know God gave me this gift.
Facts.
And people, you know what I'm saying? People just gotta realize like everybody ain't gonna see eye to eye.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna do stuff the way other people do it. Just do you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, oh, me doing this, me doing that. Do you, bro. Live life.
Great advice to the youth.
And that's facts, bro.
And stay solid.
And that's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't know. I coached AAU traveling teams.
Really?
Yeah. Like, that's random, but, like, I learned stuff from that. Coaching them. I coached them for, like, 3 years right here in Seminole Heights. Skill Center Elite. Shout out to the Skill Center in China and them. You know what I'm saying? And I learned stuff from them as a coach traveling to these different spots through them kids.
That was probably a hell of an experience, man.
So fun. Shout out to my squad. Like, I miss them. Like, it was like looking back at it as I'm getting older, I miss them. Like, because I'm like, man, we used to have some times, but like, it's just life. Like, you got to grow up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like different stuff. So
the marathon continues, man. It never stops.
R.I.P. Nipsey.
R.I.P. Nipsey for real, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Nip when he passed, I was ate up about it.
That shit blew my mind, dude.
And you know why I was so ate up about it? And this ain't no pun towards nobody, but like, I've been on Nipsey for a while. I'm 31. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like looking at me like, Oh, he looked like he 18, he 17.
Dude, when we met,
we didn't know you were 31.
Like he was our age.
I'm 31, bro. Like, so I've been around and seen things, but when Nipsey passed, I just didn't like how everybody hopped on the wave, not knowing who he was.
Yeah, bro.
It was like a clout move almost.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you mess with Nipsey, then you would have known his music. Like, I bet you if you were to ask somebody prior to Nipsey passing, they wouldn't know like half of his mixtapes, half of his songs. And it's like, because he passed, everybody want to hop on it because he's the center of attention.
You'd be like, you heard Hustle in the House prior to his death? And they'd be like, what's that?
Death gets you popping in music for sure.
Yeah.
Same with X, dude. Same thing happened with X, man.
RPX.
You know
and Mac Miller.
RPX, Mac, like, and Mac. I went
home. Mac was...
Got tatted on my arm, man.
Look, when Mac passed, R.I.P. Mac, when he passed, I was like in the back of my trunk pulling out Blue Slide Park. And I shed a whole bunch of tears just because I respect their art.
You
Nipsey
and I
passed,
both.
And I shed tears. I'm not going to cap. Like, everybody got feelings. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you really mess with what they do like that and follow them like that,
they can have an impact on you, like a crazy impact, more than you expected.
And then, they were legends.
Exactly.
And then they're gone like that, man. It took me a month before I could really start focusing back and listening to Mac's music after he passed because he was such a big influence on me, man.
And I'm glad you say that. That's the same way I felt about Nipsey and Mac. So I can relate to exactly what you're saying.
I felt so like...
I heard it, I'm like, man, this don't feel the same.
I can't listen to it.
Yeah, it don't feel the same.
Like, it was weird,
depressing, you know?
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. All this violence and stuff is nonsense, bro.
Yeah, fuck that. Put the gun down.
Put them down. Put them up. Like, if you got a problem, fight whoever. Like, it is what it is.
Fists.
No one throws the one-on-one anymore.
Don't be trying to catch a fade. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Don't be trying to catch a fade and you pulling out tools. Like,
it's unnecessary.
It's like, for what? Now you're gonna leave somebody dead,
and then your life is over too.
Exactly. So don't end your life when you got a good life out here.
Exactly. God gave you a gift. Focus on your gift, not the violence, man.
People just get caught up in the bullshit.
But yeah, man.
I put on faces though a month later, man, and the tears, man, the waterworks.
Bro, it's crazy. And like, people will be like, oh, why you crying over this, man? Or why you crying over this? Bro, because like, I really mess with what they do. You know what I'm saying? It
impacted me.
Look, I'm going to put this, like, if somebody were to die in any state, you know what I'm saying, an artist, you know what I'm saying, of course, the whole city, state going to be messed up about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. Like, I'm just trying to be impactful and an inspiration for generations to come. So I don't get involved with that. Like I said, I just stay in my lane, do my thing. I'm saying, and just stay humble. That's the biggest thing. You got to stay humble because once you start getting big headed, oh, I'm getting money, I'm doing this. All right, you want to flex, you're going to have people you was beefing with back then. Like, oh, well, he getting it now. Let's go get him. You know what I'm saying? So
you killed in your hometown, man.
You got to stay out of that. And that's what that's why a lot of these artists dying in their hometown. In their hometowns. And I'm like, bro, it's a tragedy, but it's like, you just got to be careful what you're doing. You got to move right. Like, it ain't worth all of that to me.
I hear you on that, dog.
It's jealousy, man.
And like I said, I don't get involved with none of that. I just do me. That's what I'm going to keep doing, me.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's it, man. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, that's what it is.
You got any shout-outs? You want to shout people out?
Let me see. First off, shout out to y'all in Drop City for bringing me up here. I can't do that without, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, man.
Shout out to Drop City, you know what I'm saying?
We believe in you, G. You already
shout out to my manager, David, out in Vegas. I know I'd be giving you problems and issues, but bro, we going, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do it one day at a time. We got a recipe. Like, we got a good little formula of how we attack in the industry in different aspects, not just music. So we doing music. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say what else we doing, but we doing other stuff. So it's like that. So shout out to him. And then really just shout out to all, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, for real. You know what I'm saying? If you out here, just do you. You know what I'm saying? Live life, stay out of trouble, and be smart about everything you're doing.
Be smooth. Move smoothly.
You got to
move smart.
Like I said, move in silence. Stay out of trouble.
Real G's, move in silence like lasagna.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you glow up, you know what I'm saying? You glow up, then you did it. You made it. Like, be proud of that. Like, you did what you did without having to do whatever to anybody, you know what I'm saying?
And then bring that and give it back.
Yeah, but shout out to my people, you know what I'm saying? All my homies, for real. Everybody who been pushing me, like, because I have people who've been like, bro, you've been so late with it. And I'm like, bro, you got to be patient with this shit.
Yeah, it takes
time.
It
don't happen overnight.
It takes a lot of time.
It don't take, like, I'm like, they're like, oh, well, you should be. I'm like, nah, bro, hold on. If I'm doing all of this by myself, it's going to take some time for me to start catching traction and people really catching wave of what I'm doing.
So this is episode 2, man. So like you said, to catch traction takes time.
Yeah,
like, this is only episode 2. Like we'll probably bring you back. You already know we're gonna bring you back on.
Facts.
Yeah, of course. You're the homie.
Come like episode 100, bro. Come to think about where we'll be at. You know,
exactly.
like
so that's what I'm saying. Hustle and motivate. Nipsey said it.
The marathon.
You know what I'm saying?
Continues.
You gotta hustle and you gotta motivate.
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying I appreciate, like I said, like this me being real. I appreciate both of y'all for having me up here.
Appreciate
everybody
you coming.
It's all love, man.
Like this is what it's about. Little stuff like this. So like I'm saying, Drop City is just now developing a name for themselves. So like now it's like, okay, let's get them in here because I'm saying I'm down to help you guys. So if you guys need people,
likewise,
yeah, of course,
likewise,
exactly. So it's like mutual, and that's when I knew when I met y'all. I'm like, oh yeah, these dudes legit. I told that y'all were legit. I'm like, they're legit, bro. But it is what it is. Yeah, bro. But yeah,
fuck them.
You crazy.
Ain't gonna name drop, but fuck him.
He doesn't deserve free clout.
Yeah, no free clout this way.
Clout.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. That's what it is.
Hey, man, Pete Bugatti Music.
You know what I'm saying? It's Bugatti Music. A lot of people get this wrong, too. It's BUGATTIMU and $! All right? $!
It's not an I.
No.
It's upside down.
Like, so if you're trying to find me on all these platforms, you got to type it like that or it won't come up. SoundCloud and all that other stuff, yeah, it'll come up regular. Bugatti Music, MUSIK, but yeah.
It's hard. I highly recommend that you go and peep it.
Yep.
Yeah, check his music. It's diverse.
Come on, man. Mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm down to network and work with anybody.
Hey, boo.
Anywhere, and I'm down to pull up. Just let me know.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're here right now. Hey, boo, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Bugatti, man.
Shout out to the Sweat Lodge Podcast Studio.
And Drop City. You can't forget them.
Drop City.
You feel it?
Bugatti Music up next, man. We out this bitch. Oh, up now. We out this